We're going to focus in on sport, but one thing specifically coming up this weekend is going to be a highlight of many people's weekend. The 2018 NBA Africa Game will take place following the 16th edition of the Basketball Without Borders Africa program. The match, now in its third year, will honour the centenary of Nelson Mandela, with the game played in support of the Nelson Mandela Foundation. There are more than 80 current and former NBA players from Africa, all with direct family ties to the continent. To speak a little bit more about this, we've got the CEO of NBA Africa. He's also the NBA Vice President, Amadou Gallo Fall. A very good morning to you and welcome to Morning Live.
Thank you and good morning to you.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about this year's NBA Africa Game now in its third year. For the last 4 years, it's obviously been very successful.
Extremely exciting time of the year for us. Yes, the third NBA Africa Game coming back to the Gauteng province. This year, for the first time, we are going to play in a brand new arena, that's Sun Arena, Times Square in Pretoria. World-class arena and a tremendous lineup of NBA players and legends, and really leading up to the game, we have our 16th Basketball Without Borders camp starting actually tomorrow. So super exciting. Our players are here already, getting to get around the community and just taking in the sights. And that's really what this event has become, a tremendous fanfare and fans coming from across the continent and enjoying South Africa and all it has to offer us. And tremendous basketball coming up on Saturday.
For the fans of NBA, the big thing is the NBA Africa Game, seeing Team Africa up against Team World. And we'll speak a little bit more about that. But from a development point of view, it is the Basketball Without Borders that actually culminates in this NBA Africa Game that is really so important, because this program has been running for almost 2 decades now. Why is it then that we don't see more players specifically from South Africa playing in the NBA?
Well, it's going to come. Obviously, over time, all our focus on grassroots development is going to pay off. It's starting in some other countries. From Basketball Without Borders, we've had 10 players come out and get drafted into the NBA. 2 of them will be playing in this third edition of the NBA Africa Game, Pascal Siakam and Joel Embiid, both from Cameroon. So, we've had a player with ties in South Africa, Thabo Shefolosha, who played last year in our Africa Game. His parents are from Mamelodi. He's doing tremendous work there, giving back to the community.
Have you managed to have a conversation? I know that you guys opened up an NBA academy in Senegal in April last year. Have you managed to have, because NBA Africa's offices are in Johannesburg, have you managed to have a conversation with our basic education department to make basketball more available to more children in South Africa?
That was our focus when we opened the office, just to make the game accessible. There's tremendous passion, among the youth, as evidenced by the program we launched in the Northwest Province in partnership with the Royal Bafokeng Nation in 2011. Today we have, more than 10,000 young people engaged in the program. We are selecting some of those young children to participate in the programs we ran across the continent. When we hosted our first NBA Academy girls tryouts in Dakar in May, 2 of the girls from the Royal Bafokeng Nation participated. We are taking a select team of young boys and girls aged 15 and under to the first ever Junior NBA World Championship in Disney in Orlando, Florida. And there is a young girl from the Northwest Province participating in it. So it's coming. We have our 3rd year of the Junior NBA Johannesburg League running currently. And I think we will continue to see growing interest. The talent is there. It's just a question of providing this enabling environment where these young people can be trained and coached and have them live their passion.
A lot of those schools that are involved, though, are from the private schooling sector. So
I think it's across the board. It's really, we've had public and private schools, from Sandton to Soweto to Pretoria. So over the past 3 years, we've seen tremendous interest, and we, you know, it's only going to get bigger and bigger, and hopefully we get it to the entire country, just not in Gauteng.
Yeah, and it's certainly this this game that takes place as it has been doing for now in its third year, that really kind of piques the interest and just takes the NBA game to South Africans. So just a couple of the names. Joel Embiid is going to be coming to play from on the Team Africa side, and he was an Eastern Conference All-Star in the last All-Star game. He's actually going up against a guy that also played on the same team, the Eastern Conference All-Star team, DeMar DeRozan, who's going to be in Team World. Just tell us a little bit about what we can expect on Saturday.
Look, we play the game in a format of Team Africa versus Team World to really celebrate the diversity of our league. We have 30% of our players come from outside the US. So, you know, the whole idea with Team World is exactly that, to have players from the US, from Europe, and other parts of the world where we have our players coming from, go against, you know, a Team Africa made up of players from Africa that are in the league. I think that speaks volume to also the popularity of the game on the continent, and also the tremendous potential that exists, you know, because we have, as you noted at the beginning, a long list of players who've played in the league who are directly from the continent or with direct ties.
Time is always not on our side early in the morning and when you're in a live program, but are there any more tickets available for the 2018 NBA Africa game?
There are very few, and I really encourage fans to go to compete tickets. We will play in front of a sold-out crowd on Saturday, 5 p.m. at Sun Arena, so we're super excited to also, you know, be bringing the event back in this time in a new venue.
Lovely stuff. Thank you very much. That is the NBA Africa CEO, Amadou Gallo Fall, chatting to us about the upcoming 2018 NBA Africa game. It's Team Africa up against Team World on Saturday in Pretoria at the Sun Arena. Thank you so much for coming to chat to us here on Morning Live. So with the